my Straight Talk family. We'll keep moving on with tonight's edition of Straight Talk. And the duty is mine, the pleasure is mine to bid you a very pleasant night wherever you are in St. Kitts and Nevis, or a matter of fact, throughout the entire Caribbean region. To my Straight Talk family in the Petition and Division diaspora, I say greetings to all who logged on to zizonline.com. And we normally simulcast as well via Sugar City FM St. Kitts, my good brother Valti and his crew. And those of you on the World Wide Web. I know that some of you are in Africa. There's some of you in Asia. There's some of you in Europe. And there are a whole lot of you all over North America. So I'm at liberty to say good night. I can say good morning. And in some cases, I can also say good afternoon, because one of such greetings will be applicable to the region in which you now find yourselves. My Straight Talk family, in the event you have joined me for the first time, I want to apprise you, I want to inform you that Straight Talk is a program which we discuss all issues of national interest, be they legal, be they environmental, be they technological, social, economic, and or political issues. On Straight Talk, we do have a forum to express yourselves freely. Let's in the process continue to keep St. Kitts and Nevis as one of the freest countries in the entire world. On this program, we try also to raise the level of national discourse. We try to raise the level of our we try to raise the level of our national consciousness by alerting our people to their rights, to their responsibilities, and certainly to their obligations. My name is Ian Patches Liburd, and I give Almighty God thanks for blessing me with yet another opportunity to join you in conversation on yet another occasion. And in the event you have joined me for the first time, I want to trust and hope it's not your last time. And just to inform you as well that Straight Talk is a participative program. By that I mean we include your calls, we include your emails, and if you are so minded to call, the numbers are 465-2555 and or 718-577-2916. In the event you like what I normally call the cloak of anonymity, we provide you access via our email platform, and that email address is ZIZ Straight Talk. Remember, it's ZIZSTRAIGHTT LK. That's ZIZ Straight Talk at gmail.com. I'm minded to open the lines, my Straight Talk family, without much hesitation. But I want to say to you that lots of things have happened since our last conversation here on Straight Talk. That's last week, Thursday to be exact. And I've been overwhelmed by numerous telephone calls, emails, and messages via other social media in relation to my election petition. But I want to apprise you of the fact that this matter is still before the court, so I do not intend to entertain any discussion whatsoever as it relates to the case. And just to let you know that the matter is still before the court, and yes, lots of things have happened. I don't even want to mention those things. But I can, it will be suffice just to say thank you, to thank all of my well-wishers, and in particular my warriors from the East. Also my myriad of supporters in St. Kitts and Nevis and beyond, let me reassure you, all my people, of one thing: to wit, I'm a man of faith, and God has been merciful unto me throughout my life whenever I called upon him. And during my lifetime, I have had to deal with serious circumstances, worse circumstances than this one. And it was nothing else but the grace of God that brought me through. Who knows? It may turn out for the better, because I've always put my faith in the higher power. I want to assure you, my well-wishers and supporters, in particular my warriors from the East, I want to assure you that my heart and my mind are at peace, and I will continue to render my service to my people and to my country. So in the spirit of our motto, country above self, I have already resolved in my own mind that if I cannot serve in one capacity, I will serve my country in another capacity. I can thus reassure my people, as I said, that my heart is at ease and my mind is at peace. I'm not dismayed, my Straight Talk family, because it was never about me. Instead, it was about the service to my people and my beloved country of St. Kitts and Nevis. And if one door closes, God certainly will open another. So that I am so confident, believe me, that I will be able to serve my people and my country in some other capacity. I've always committed to high principles of democracy, and I cherish the good fortune that God blessed me with to have been able to serve in this dispensation of unity. And I can tell you, no matter what, I will find other capacities in which to serve my people, if not this one. So I would like to inspire all my people to find strength in your darkest hours, and I can testify to that situation. You know, my grandmother always told me, son, you will win some and you will lose some. My grandmother always said, do not give your faith, do not give your faith, give up your faith when you win. When you lose, never give up your faith as well. So I just want to wish my people well. I want to wish my supporters well. And may I remind us all of these perilous times, these unprecedented times, in what seems to be a never-ending pandemic called COVID-19. So I urge you, one and all, to follow the COVID protocols and continue wearing your mask, sanitizing your hands, and conforming to the social distancing requirements in the public spaces in particular. My warriors from the East, please remain safe and healthy. And I wish that God may continue to bless you all, my entire family on Straight Talk. As I said, I want to open the lines because I'll tell you sometime later in the program, because there may be a little sabbatical here for some time on Straight Talk because of certain commitments. I'll tell you about that later in the program. But there are things happening around the country, and you may want to weigh in on them, ask your questions, and my Straight Talk family, you know, make your comments in terms of performance, in terms of our leadership, in terms of what's happening around the country, and in terms of the opening of our borders and the possibilities that loom large. So at 17 before, or 17 after, I should say, at 17 after 8 o'clock, I am intended to open the lines. I'm going to entertain your calls and entertain your emails. I'll have an open discourse tonight, my Straight Talk family. I'm minded just to do that for you tonight. And I will now go to the lines. But before I do so, I must, yes, I must implore you to respect others. And of course, to achieve that, you must first respect yourselves. Let us try to be fair to all concerned. Let us try to build goodwill and better friendships. Let us ensure that the things we say and or do will be beneficial to all concerned. And in the process, my Straight Talk family, let us try to build a kinder and gentler St. Kitts and Nevis. I want to say to you again, we do not want to enjoy in the circus that's going on. So I want to say to you that the matter as it relates to the election petition, we do not want to get into discussion of it for obvious reasons, my Straight Dog family. Let me go to the lines at 19 past 8 o'clock. Your live caller.
Good night.
Good
I
night.
have a question.
Hello?
I want to know, without any role, mental patients can be let out of prison.
Take your time there, and you're seeming as if you're in the outside. Some wind in your phone. So take your time and repeat that question, please.
I want to know, without any role, a mental patient can bail out themselves from prison.
A mental patient can bail out themselves, you said?
Yes.
From where?
From prison.
Or from prison?
Mm.
And a mental patient should not be in prison, should they?
Well, I have a situation when my brother had beat up my father, and they sent him out of prison Monday, and the paper say he bailed out himself $4,000.
Oh, he bailed himself. Okay.
But he working. I understand. I understand that.
But have you tried to help him? Did you say your brother or your father? Did you say?
My brother, he beat up my father
Okay,
with a hammer.
Okay.
Since April, I've been trying to get to talk to everybody, and nobody is fighting back. All I want to do is just some information, and they don't reply to nobody about nothing. They're just doing things very different.
Who have you tried to get information from, may I ask?
From the commissioner, the prime minister, and everybody else.
Have you tried the Ministry of
I call the social welfare.
Social Development? Yes. And what they told you?
And they said that they can't do nothing about it. And my father just say he don't want him back in the house because that was keep my brother with the hammer. They released him from prison Monday, and Wednesday he go after my father again. Thursday.
Well, there must be something they can do about it. You should try to reach I think the permanent secretary is Miss Lewis at the ministry, and try to get some information from her.
And from April I've been calling, and nobody responded, but nobody go.
So where's your brother now?
They was with him Thursday. I have to call police for him Thursday again.
So he's incarcerated then?
Huh?
I suggest you try to contact the Ministry of Social Development and ask.
I can't social welfare before.
Yeah, but instead of calling, why not just make a personal visit to that ministry?
My father had a stroke, and I disabled.
Oh, you're disabled?
Yes. And my father had a stroke. Just trying to get over the stroke.
Okay.
It's like they want him to kill somebody.
Okay, and instead of putting all your business around the world, can you call me at
everybody here because
yeah, but
they never hear nothing about no mental person bailing out themselves.
yeah, but we have to find a solution, right? It's a solution. Can you call me at 662-3617?
I could give my number 767 6879.
6879?
Yes.
Okay, I'll call the number after the show. Okay?
Huh?
I'll call the number after the show. Okay? I'll try and contact
you. Say your number is?
662-3617.
3617?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And be good, be safe, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. And that person, that issue, caller, you're live.
Hey, good evening, Patches. How are you this evening, sir?
I am peaceful, my brother. Yourself?
Great. You see how you think to that woman? That's your nature, man. That's your nature. And I know you don't want to have no discussion with what's going on with the case. Because I got a message from the labor mafia battle room saying that you lost the case you get for. I just brushed that off. Because let me tell you, thinkers have some of the most wicked people. And you know why you have so much respect for you, Patches? After you find out what the mentally man did with the God. Well, not only that, you went straight to him and find out what he did. And when he tell you that the thing only in their 40 years. And then over time I find out they're sick. The whole family is sick, Patrick. Sick, mental sickness has a grip on thinkers. And it's sad. One of these nights you have to do a show of this, Patches. It's a lot of mental sickness and things. Yeah, Mary want to have a part to do with it. Don't care what these people tell you. But a lot of it has to do right up to the highest level. The grammar school, elite, the ones in the Mason. Let me tell you, Sinkis is in a terrible state, Patches. But you don't worry. Lose or not. Don't worry about losing a case. Because when you lose, you're still going to win. But that's the nature you have. You have a good nature. You're an inherently good person. Okay? The man who put this man in the gut, he's sick. The mother is called crazy there. She's sick. The whole family is sick. He's sick and sicker. If I tell you about him, the man is sick. The one of you all fight from, but Patrick, you all have to get a grip of this mental sickness and thinkers. It has a hole in thinkers. I've never seen so much sick people. It got from the highest level down. But Patrick, may God bless you. And we don't want, please, Patrick, don't want to discuss the case. Please, guys, don't discuss it. But I'm just telling you, I got a phony message from the labor mafia Bible.
Yeah, I got you, my brother.
Don't bother with them. But may God bless. Thinkers need more people like you. You are an inherently good and decent person. Hang in there, Patches, okay?
Thank you very much for your support, my dear brother. At 25 after the 8 o'clock hour, I go straight back to the lines. Caller, you're live. Okay, I missed that call. And yes, the issue of mental illness is something that one has to grab a hold of. I know there's a mental daycare center, I think it's called. That's the what's his name? Dr. Lake's mental health center. I'll get that the name right, but our team unity administration has sought to address that issue with mental illness, and I'm sure that things will improve as the days go on. The issues of COVID as well, even with the stress that it brings with it, my straight dog family, and we are certain that these issues. My heart went out to that lady who called just now, and I'll try to contact her and see what can be done. Because if she called the ministry ought to provide assistance to that particular individual or family. Caller, you're live at 25 after 8 o'clock.
Yes, good night, Patty.
Good night, sir.
How are you?
I am peaceful. Yourself?
Not the brother. Calling from the BVI.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just heard a young lady that's crying for some help about her brother, and I think that somebody should really go and see about the young lady, because some of us don't get involved until when things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And when you listen to how the young lady crying that she needs really help, somebody should, with law enforcement, should really go and sit down and look about it, because, again, what she's saying, that the young man, before he kills somebody, please look into it, because, some of us, because we don't be in her shoes, we don't feel the weight. but how she really crying for help. I think someone should really look into it seriously, because it ain't easy that when you have a family member who disrespecting the home and these kind of things is not nice. You can't wait till the young man kills somebody and then get involved. And I'm glad that you take her number and please look into it. I call him from the BVI because I always listen to ZIZ at all times, and I like your program.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I felt a pain, quite frankly. And, there's always this discussion that these mentally challenged people have their rights, which is so, but we can't expose people to the dangers that they pose.
Yeah, because when she feels frightened and she want to cry, and the worst thing is when you go out for help and feel like no one in studying you. That's the worst thing, because again, some of us only to wait till it happened and then say we should have when you could have. But I'm here listening right here in the BVI. My name is Jojaka. I'm from Barnevis, but I grew up in the BVI, but I still keep it in contact with what's going on in St. Kitts and Nevis.
How's the COVID situation in the BVI?
Huh?
How's the COVID situation in the BVI?
We're down there. I think we are down to one case. We have a lot. Right now we're still on the curfew from 5 to 8. And it's going on. I think going on pretty good. But partner, let me tell you something. When we get over the thing is when we get a cure.
The vaccine, yeah.
Yeah, because people custom to be with people, and it is tough to divide people. It is really tough. But also the mass situation, I think some of us ain't teaching the people how to deal with the mask properly, because some of us want the mask to be on our face when we buy ourselves, because partner, you're breathing in your bad air. If you're going in the supermarket, it's okay. But when you're walking by yourself, I think you shouldn't have on the mask, because you're breathing back into your bad air, and I think they say that's a health issue. I don't know if you think about that.
Yes, it has its own issues, that's right, yeah. But we'll have to cope with it, and it's going to be always around, and we'll trust and hope when the vaccine is found, it would be accessible or available to all countries. That's the only thing.
Yeah, because this thing really put a damp in the whole world, even to the local country where people really losing the house and can't pay the rent, and a situation like that. It is really tough. But somebody on the line will like to call in. But
yes, thanks. Thanks for your input, my dear brother, and trust and hope you'll stay safe yourself.
All right, my brother.
Yes, thanks a lot. And brother, we go back to the lines. Yes, I entertain the discussion, but for a reason, call you live. Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Patrick, good evening.
Good evening, my dear brother. That sounds like the first Noel.
Hold on, my wife.
Beg pardon?
Yeah, Patrick, I'm calling to. I was touched by the two callers ago. The young lady who called in about the mental situation of her brother beating upon his father with a hammer, and how she's traumatized by the incident. I know when you give somebody your word, Patches, your word is your word. And I want you to follow up on it, Patches, because I want to empathize with that young lady, what she's going through. And if you see I realized that she called in to ask for help is that she's really, really traumatized. And I wish, and I know for a fact, when you give people your word, you always keep your word. Patches, please follow up on it for her.
I will, my brother, I will. I certainly.
God bless you, and have a nice evening.
Thank you.
I'll call back.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
God bless you as well, my brother. Yes, I'm now jogging my memory, and it was the mental health day treatment center. I think it's the Dr. Lake Mental Health Day Treatment Center that can assist as well, and along with the ministry. But I'll call that lady, as I felt her pain from her voice. Call her, you live.
My morning lies over the ocean.
Over the ocean. How is Montserrat tonight? So.
Quiet. Welcome showers. I've been looking, but I can't find her. So you have to give me the location now. That I can find her. And
I believe you're hiding my body now, right? I believe you're hiding my body.
No, if you say that, you're going to make your fans and them know. Show me out the Montserrat. So you can't say that.
Well, why take it so long to find her, man? And all I ask you, when you see her, I want to tell her, Bonnie, please come back to me. You don't want her to come back to me? What's wrong?
Me want if we shout up to your fans, then you got two fans. Yeah, you got two fans up here that you got plenty fans, but you got two particular fans up here. One shout up Lovey.
Lovey?
Yeah, Lovey.
Lovey, good night. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, Lovey, one you follow her from Cynthia Element Band.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can shout up another one. May go give the nickname. The nickname is Stomach. Or you can say Mr. Allen.
Mr. Allen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't do no wrong for them. You can't do no wrong for them two fans there.
I do. Well, I remember the Emerald Hotel days in Montserrat. It was the Emerald Hotel, right? Was it?
Yes.
Yes, come on, I remember that. Yes, and the whites up on the hill there with the jewelry shop, and you know, a nice fun in Montserrat. And
anyway, me and Carl are your first caller. So me look for a report. Thursday when you come. All right?
Yes, I can hold me to that.
Go to your assistant.
Yes.
For me.
Yes.
Yeah, for me. So Thursday when you come, you look for hear something, and I will know that we can depend on you.
Yes, you can, my dear brother. Yes.
All right, no problem. And good night to all your listeners. And tell culture all you come, the volcano. Let me see it all at all.
Probably afraid.
Okay then.
Okay, that's nice to hear, my dear brother. And,
okay, no problem.
And hailing up Lovey and Mr. Stomach over there in Montserrat. All the Montserrat massive. And my brother, by a different mother, former Minister Lewis as well in Montserrat. Caller, you're live.
Hey, good night, Patrick. How are you doing tonight?
I am peaceful. Yourself?
Yes, I have two questions for you. When the high school finish, when you all finish building high school, why ask me, because I really think St. Kitts need to have a paid public parking lot. You know, you are going out to raise a vehicle and something you come saying you can't find somewhere to park. You know, it's too difficult and you can't park on a yellow line, you know. People really afraid of those yellow lines. I really think you need to start to look around and get about a paid parking lot. And the next question I want to ask you, you know all the property that goes down after the Sandy Point going to St. Paul's, right? As the premise, they paid back for all the land. Now, where all the money going to come from? Can nothing bill? And I keep asking the question, I seem can't get the answer.
The money to come from for what? To build? I didn't quite understand your question.
All the property that was brought back. You know, I think it's Green Valley, I'll call it, leaving out when you're going down to debt.
La Valley.
To stand La Valley. So now, since the government will buy back all the property, where is the money?
Well, the government
nothing, Bill.
Well, I don't believe government. The intention was to just buy back the land and build on it, because you have to develop the land, not necessarily. Yes, there's development plans. It could be for housing, it could be for other development, because that's prime property. I remember a hotel should have gone in that area sometime. Discussions were held with the six senses, I think it was, and that development fell through, so to speak. But the other land use the development policies will be put into place in those areas and other areas. But that was a commitment by the Team Unity administration to get back the lands in the hand of the people, and that's exactly what we have done in Sandy Point, in Lodge, in Atlas, and I think it was in Keon.
Yeah, but the key my question is, like, money was took from out the government to build the project, right? And nothing was built. So is the government trying to get back the money?
Well, I always made the point. Now I understand where you're coming from, because the former Minister of Tourism, Dwight Astafan, in fact, I have a copy of a contract signed by Dwight Astafan as the Minister with responsibility rather for the Free Bed Development Corporation. No minister, by the way, should sign a contract, and he signed $100 million contract, and for a golf course, and there's no golf course down there, and I do not believe that has gone beyond the statutes of limitation. And some criminal investigation ought to be done in that.
Exactly. That's why I keep asking the question.
Well, if that's what you're talking about, I very well support you. You know, and some of these guys come and they tell lies about people and so on, and they have this skullduggery that they're involved in. They should be exposed and should be taken. The course of the law should be run. So I agree with you with that, my brother.
And then I got a friend to listen to you every Thursday night and Monday night. Miss Yvette Finch. I guess one of these nights she going to surprise you too.
St. Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course I know Yvette. Betty we call her. Yes. If she's listening now, Betty, my girl, just smile. That's Betty.
Yes.
Very good singer. She's singing still?
Well, little thing when she have bought the parties and little specialness, she have little, but she no longer in the band anymore. But she always talk big about you, man. I've become singers looking for you. It wasn't for this thing where we've been in Thank You for Music Fest, but I guess we'll see you in the next one.
So I look forward for that. Betty is my friend for life. When you see her, tell her that, okay?
Okay, boy, bless up.
Thanks a lot for your input, my dear brother. We go straight back to the lines. Caller, you are live at 20 before 9 o'clock.
Good night to the Honorable and Pages Liburd.
Good night, Mr. Politics. How about thou, sir?
Oh, man, I'm here hanging in, as usual, listening to the program and my job. Pages, I just want to wish all the teachers in this federation a blessed Teachers Month. Teachers Month or Teachers Day? Teachers Day today, and the whole entire world. Because teachers go out there and work hard, and teachers is very dedicated, especially those conscious, dedicated ones to their work, and they try to put the children them in good respect and behavior, and we got to commend them, because those are the backbone of the country to help educate. Now, Patrick, I just want to pick up the teachers in the Bunchwell School there, Miss Rogers and she team, hard-working principal. Want to pick them up. And I want to pick up Miss Blanchett here at the Cotton Thomas Comprehensive. She's a dedicated woman to those children too, she and she team. and to Miss Baddy, at the Dr. William Connor School. I just want to big up and all the senior citizens in the Federation, Senior Citizen Month. I want to big them up. And Patches, you be strong in spite of whatever. God is good. And what for you, and what ain't for you, just don't for you. And I want to say good night to my brother down there in Tatola, Morris. And Judge, good night. And if you pass close Morris, tell him I say must give me a call. Judge, your name, I know you, but your name always repeatedly call on the radio every morning. And I just like the name Judge. Patches, you have a wonderful night. God bless.
Have a wonderful night as well, my dear brother. And you see that's what Straight Talk is all about. You know, I overlook the fact that today is World Teachers Day. It's celebrated on October the 5th each year, I believe. And thanks to politics for raising that matter. And yes, we wish all the teachers well, especially in these difficult times, you know, the exposure that they have there as the frontline workers as well. Caller, you're live.
A very pleasant good evening to you, Dr. Ian Patches.
Oh, though I almost said you talk about the devil at the devil of people. I know you're not a devil. I know you're not a devil. So let me take that fast.
I'm the best devil. I'm a good one.
Yes, my brother.
I add a little title to your name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Doctor Non-Procrastinator. Now, I want to say good night to the people in the village around the volcano. I just heard Mounshot ask about me, but I want to tell my brother Mounshot that every time I come Mounshot, the amount of people surrounding the car, I can't even see the street for people. But one of these days, I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna disguise, and everybody gonna get to see me because I'm gonna be high up on the top of the volcano. And as usual, I want to say good night to everybody, especially those in the diaspora who helped to fight the battle here to change that wicked leader, I wouldn't even call his name, who had the country running before 2015. I want to say good night to all of them. They know who they are. Patrice, let me talk about this young lady. That cry that the lady made to you about her brother and her father. Brother, I am sorry that thing had to happen. And I'm asking the police, whosoever here in this program here tonight, you all make sure you go there and assist that lady and her father and her brother, because nobody know what could happen. You could hear the pain in the lady voice, man. And I feel it for her. Do not wait until tomorrow to say, you're going to go see what happened. Only God and whoever will do whatever it is, we know what could happen. So please, I beg you go. But you see where the young fella there from Tatola call, and he say, no, your show has been heard worldwide. A lot of people, more people listening to the show than we think. And you see where the fellow concern gone, which I always talk about, that La Valley Golf Course will never come to fruition. And that kind of contract with all that money there, it needs to be talked about every time you show come on. Because Ku Klux Klan have you to kill. Ku Klux Klan accuse you about cement factory that you don't know anything about. You hear me? And you got them kind of facts there about the Ku Klux Klan. And are you holding them down? Are you holding back too much a thing? Who do things wrong? Expose them, man. Let them out. Because they're spreading their propaganda and they're not afraid to spread it. And now you got facts about them. Are you let them go? Before you go tonight, Patches, I want you to read out that bill down there by La Valley Golf Course. I like you said, the thing said that, like you said, he what? No minister have no right to sign no contract like that deal. None. So who don't know about it, please let them know about it tonight. I'll come back because time long.
Very much. Yes, thanks a lot, my dear brother. Yes, caller, you're live. It's 14 before 9. Yes, caller.
Greetings in the name of our great African ancestors, especially the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and Queen Angie. Blessed evening, my beloved African brother. How are you and your family of SKN?
Peaceful, my dear brother. We're peaceful. SKN is peaceful. You and your family?
Good man, good brother, good. After today, man, I was speaking to my youngest grandchild. She does 2 years and going on a month. Man, very intelligent. Not because he's my granddaughter, but I know, man, the young princess, man. She gonna come be a true leader. But, brother, let me say, brother, first, man, when our people, I empathize with the sister who called, man. We first call her, but we can't wait until things escalate, man. The sister asked for help. Come on. Those people didn't even take no step whatsoever come to the sister. Come on, man. We got to help our people. We must help each other in whatsoever little way. All of us, man. We got to do things the traditional African way. Help our people. That's why all other people going to be advanced more than African people, because we don't stick together enough, man. Don't stick together enough as a people how we once was, man. Come on, we got to return to those glory days and advance on that. No, brother, I don't know if you keep up with the politics in Antigua and Barbuda. You do?
To an extent, yes.
You know what's going on over there right now for the past going on 2 weeks?
Yes, I've heard. The Observer Radio.
Yes. The number one state in Antigua and Barbuda. But listen, if all those allegations are true, beloved, brother, that's why, you see, the vast majority of our people are afraid of the CCJ. Everybody now for the CCJ, beloved. But you see, when you hear these allegations, man, and it's just not Antigua and Barbuda. It's just in the whole. Let me just talk about CARICOM. All of those CARICOM countries, same thing, man. Oh, this person was in class in grammar school, Bastia High School. You all went UE. You all went, from college up somehow. University up in England or some other place here in the US. And we got to stop this buddy and girly nonsense, brother Patches. You can't do that, man. Let justice reign supreme, legal justice reign supreme. And let the chips fall where they may, man. Not because this person is good and the case come in front of you, you're going to think whether your buddy or your girlfriend, wrong, you're going to do that. Come on, man. We got to be better than that, brother. We got to be better than that. And that's the hindrance, man, that our majority of our people are afraid of the CCJ.
Okay, got you, my brother.
And still, give me 2 more minutes, brother Patrick. Not 2 more seconds. Brother, we got to done with this nonsense, man. And brother, let me say, I just wish you, it's Thursday here, you're going back. I just wish you well, and when October 16 come, brother, I just wish whatever decision is, it come in your favor. And brother, let me say in closing, I'm calling on the Prime Minister and the entire cabinet and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, the national of St. Kitts and Nevis, we got to beat the drum of a republic in St. Kitts and Nevis by 2023. Brother, okay. I continue to listen. Pan-Africanism our perish. One love, my beloved brother.
Yes, one love, my brother, there in New York. Now, but caller, you live. Hello, caller.
Patches, good night.
Good night, my dear brother. Jam down.
Patches, I went to the court to do some business today. And I'm very, very disappointed is the first point and order going inside the court. The behavior of some policemen when you get into the court is terrible. I had an altercation a time there with one the gentleman went really sent me up to the station because of the same problem. Trying to get up to an open court and the man pointed me and telling me I can't go in the court. And while I was there, some people who doing business as well, these guys don't understand that people paying them. You got to be polite. I'm calling on the commissioner to send them guys there for some training, you know. Because this is, man, everybody complaining about that. Up to tonight, I over the focus and I was talking about what I see going on over there. You can't handle people come to do business at the court like they're criminal. You explain to them the procedure at the court of where you want as the police officer. Well, we're going to sort you, we're going to lock off your phone. Not handling people like this criminal like this hog. Come on, man. And you got a commissioner hearing the lady today. Calling tonight, Patches, telling you about what she experienced in his home with this guy in his head ain't well. And the lady told you, you know, Patches, she went to the commissioner before and she called another institution before and all of them brush it aside. And the caller from St. Thomas said they're going to wait till somebody kills somebody to intervene. I mean, you got a commissioner sitting down where he don't listen what's going on in the country. This is what bothering me, the guy. The guy look like he don't listen nothing. Only when the Prime Minister say come on the press conference, that's all they want. But we want better performance than that, you know. Patches, I don't even want you to explain nothing concerning the court, do you? Let the court do what you got to do. Let the other side do what they got to do. Do not explain nothing about that case. Everything in the court, let the court deal with the matter.
That's my brother. And
I want to say briefly. We know, Patches, that the people in Nevis and respecting Miss Laws, Abdiel Samuel, and the surgeon, this is packing, and I ain't like it, you know. And I'm warning the Prime Minister, you know, if he ready to open this place, do not open none, because jam down behind him. We is important. The citizens think it's Nevis is important. The COVID-19 is very serious.
Okay.
And we're ready to lose with young ones, them. Patches, have a good night.
Have a good night, my dear brother. Got you loud and clear, always so passionate. And just in the event that someone may have heard for the first time the comments about La Valley and the La Valley Greens development, in fact, as I said before, the former minister of tourism, who had responsibility for the Frigate Bay Development Corporation, signed a contract, a lump sum contract for $100 million, a lump sum contract. You saw no bills of quantities. You saw nothing. I think just a lump sum contract for $100 million. There's no golf course if you go to Sandy Point. So where has all that money gone? Shouldn't that minister be culpable? Shouldn't that minister be asked to account for that money? And if there's some skullduggery went on, shouldn't it be exposed? I spoke to the minister spoke to it sometime last year, July. We bring you the facts. We have no facts. We bring you the facts here on Straight Talk. And this is why Astefan, the then Minister of Tourism, had to say. He gave us what I call a Reagan, my Straight Talk family.
Apparently, he wants me to explain to the nation why I, as a minister, signed an agreement. Well, it seems as though he wants me to explain why I signed. I'm told that he said he's not accusing anybody of bubble, but that he was just asking, where's the money? That's what I'm told, right? And I don't remember. But let me say what I have to say. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Can't say it didn't happen. He'll be lying. Caller, you're live. Caller, you are live. Hello, caller.
Yes.
Yes, you have your radio on.
It's off.
Thank
Patient is virtual.
Yes, my dear.
Okay, so just hold on. Anyway, good night. My heart went out for that young lady this tonight, the first caller. So please look for her because mental illness is not an easy thing. But don't we have somewhere for mental person? Huh?
Well, there's a mental health day treatment center. They're not housed there, but they go and get treatment on a daily basis or throughout the day. That's my understanding.
And he seems like he wants a place to house, a house in place, because he can't go back into the family area when. I can tell you that is not an easy thing because in 2002 I lost a son, and they wanted to take my last two girls from me, but they was really my confidence. So that's not a joke with mental illness. So I would like you to go and think because, see, she done say the father suffering and she cannot, she's disabled. So I would like you to work it out for her, please, because mental illness is not a joke. It's really not a joke. So to get he out of the family property is that. I thought it had somewhere that you could keep them even for a while they're on treatment. So try and do that, please. Okay, and are you all right?
Yes, I'm good. I'm peaceful, my dear. I'm at peace.
Okay, your cousin's peaceful too. She's just waiting. She's just.
Okay.
So I'm taking it easy and holding on. So, just help out the young lady and have a good night. Enjoy your night, the balance of your night, and be safe going home.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
And you stay safe as well, my dear.
I will. Love you.
Love you more. Let's go back to the lines at 2 before 9 o'clock. Caller, you live.
Good evening, Honorable.
That's the people's king.
But well, I will not hold up this situation, but I know you're the man to your word. I would like you, if you could take a little time out of the calling show and see if you could assist that lady some kind of way, because we can't wait till tomorrow and then we hear something bigger and what we bargained for. Because the woman is stressful out, and again, she said she just had a stroke and all of that, so I don't know if you could make some calls quick and see how you could assist that lady. They have a mental institution up at the hospital in the back. They come put him there and put him on the doctor care. You can't wait until the last moment and then it come a thing on our side again. So do your best, Patrick, and God bless you and bless the nation and bless the Prime Minister and the Cabinet.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you as well. And dear brother, yes, we feel the pain. I'm going to start out that lady. Call you live.
Yeah, man, I reach back well quick.
Oh.
I want to support Jam Down because, Patrick, the amount of complaint we don't be making every day with those people who are paid to serve the public, and we ain't seeing no good results. So we want to know what them upstairs in the khaki clothes doing. I want to know if they now listen to us. Every day you got the load of noise from public service vehicles and motorcycle and all of them. Up to yesterday, they all carrying up and down the place with the pop wheeling and the passing a police station there. What you mean to tell me the police not see them? Everybody up and down on the place see them, got them on camera. And police will make excuse for police. We ain't standing for them stupidness there. No, we ain't in that. Our country is a country of law, and them who decide they're going to break the law, those who hold in the law enforcement authority, they're supposed to deal with it. Get up and go look for the woman too. Because this is a serious thing. No, Patches, I understand from the belly of the Social Security. I heard Carl Brown speak about it last week. And I get it from the belly this morning, to Troy by the belly. There is a female worker in the Social Security office. She causing people who are supposed to be beneficial with the COVID-19 package. She causing them to get frustrated. And they're cussing the wrong set of people. They're cussing the government, they're cussing the Prime Minister, they're cussing the boss of the Social Security when they are not responsible. That woman in there, she holding up the people them check and wouldn't send out the people them check. And everybody want the check to buy. And she's a big activist on the other side. So she's doing everything to bring down the government. That is a sabotage trick she doing in there. And I am calling on the person who in charge of Social Security, go in there and sift out who ain't supposed to be in there. They're not supposed to be in there doing people them kind of foolishness. This is separation time. People want to check to buy what they're going to buy. Come on, people, man. Are you lift up? Get up. But let me move because I don't want to take up more than the 2 minutes. Nabo, you see why I don't tell you I don't want a CCJ? Everybody don't go up. They might play, nah, trade the needle. Nancy, trade the needle. Let me go England, I like England. Thank you, Patches. If I get back, I'll get back.
Thank you, my dear brother. Let's go back to the lines. I'll call you live at 9:02.
Patches.
So,
what I want to know, right, is so our people come so selfish against one another. That lady we're calling first, she's a disabled. And where she brother do, she father. What you want to tell me? She had a neighbor around. Could a sister even investigate the matter with the police them? You understand? She ain't able to move around. Some neighbor, I don't know if she any family member closer, but it's on real terrible. And it sounds like the boy, like whenever he ain't taking medication or not, he will do things as how the young lady said. So I believe that, to be truthful, someone supposed to rush. I hope the police them is listening, whosoever is listening, and assist that young lady. I think she said that the guy put her away right now, right?
I think so, yes.
She said the guy put her away right now. So I just hope the neighborhood them around, she's surrounding. Try and help this lady too. Because sometimes the police them cannot do things unless they get the report or get some kind of evidence from somebody else. You understand? If the guy is put away, I believe that they should probably put him in the psyche or do him something and see taking medication or not. Because maybe that when people is like them in them kind of condition, what happens? They got to give them the medication. Somebody's got to be there to see them take the medication and things. Whereas they will do things. Patches again. You have a wonderful night. God bless again.
God bless you, my brother. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live. Hello, caller.
Hey, Patches. Good night.
Good night, my dear brother. How about though?
What's up? I'm here. Look now, let me quickly concur with Jam Down. I had to go to the court. We had to give some support to a family member of mine. Well, I ain't a court rat. I don't know. I know you're supposed to dress fairly decent. So I had on a nice-looking polo shirt, long black pants, my shoes. And I went in. As soon as I went in, but how the police talked to me, I could have sworn that I either commit some crime, because when I went in the second morning, he hardly answered me. Take out everything out your pocket and put it on your table. As first when I went in, he said, you're supposed to come in without you shut out your pant. Well, I walked back out, put my shirt in my pant, good thing I had on the belt, went back in. And when I went back in, he said to me, take out everything you got in your pocket and put them in the table here. And he started to win. I mean, you know, if it hadn't been for the fact that I was there for, well, I ain't going in the court unless I'm there for a reason. But like I said, moral support to a family member of mine. You know, a lot, and not just the alone. A lot of these people do not know how to talk to people. And when you act, the person is going to react. And when you act in that manner, the person is going to react likewise. They need to understand Not because you got a big gun on your shoulder and you feel as if you're in some sort of authority. You're talking to people as you like. It's big people. And the damn thing about me, I nearly twice the age. Are you old enough to be his damn grandfather? And talking to me as he like. So, yes. And like I said, not just there alone. In the banks. Some of them you go up to you and say good morning. They don't even want, some of them don't even answer you. Some of these people do not know what customer service is all about. But that particular incident he talked about, got to the court, and I mean, you know, as if I'm some kind of criminal. Anyway, Patches.
Well, you're important. I understand. I can feel your pain, my sweet family. I can feel that lady's pain. The same thing I went through, looking help for my brother. And up to now, they're still giving me the runaround with that email. Caller, you're live. Hello, caller? Are you there, caller? Are you there, caller? Last time. Okay, let's take this other caller. I missed this caller. It's 7 after the 9 o'clock hour. We do have an open line tonight, just having a conversation on any matter you wish to raise. Caller, you are live. Hello, caller.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
How are you doing?
I am peaceful. Yourself?
I'm good. Just want to confirm what those...
I recognize the voice.
Yes.
You have your equipment or your device or radio,
I'm
something?
on the TV. I just want to confirm what those guys are saying. Coming to St. Kitts are going to do any business. As you land in the airport, first of all, those people that check you in by custom officers, first of all, they start from there. They mess up your whole day. Then you got to go to the bank. Then you got to go to any government place. You got to go ask a question. You go polite. You say good morning, and they have an attitude. And something you get you frustrated. And when you got to stoop to their level and tell them about themselves or how they're supposed to conduct, first thing they say, oh, because you think you live in New York. It doesn't matter living in New York. You're there to serve the public, and you have to help people. I know that I cannot work with the public because some of the things people just say, I can't take it, but I will go off. But if you with the public, you have to know to speak to people. So you come down there and you want to do business, it takes you the whole day. You got maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks. You come back and you get nothing done because you're going to send you over here, over there, and they got you run around. And then I said to them, I just been there. She tell me, come here. Well, I don't know what you said for. I said, but I don't know neither. I'm here. I just want to know. I just want to get things done. Just tell me where to go. And I could figure out for myself. But the same thing, they haven't no kind of customer service, those people in St. Kitts who hold those big positions. And it's terrible. And when you got to talk about it, first thing I want to say, because you live in New York, because you live there, it's not a matter of that. You in a position, you have to carry yourself in a manner. You have to be respectful. You understand? Anyway, you have a good night. You're home safe. And please help that young lady. Please. Please help that young lady. All right? You have a good night.
That's you, my dear. Have yourself a good night as well. Yes, I promised to call the young lady. And yeah, we do understand, you know. And I recall, I think it was 2 programs ago on Leadership Matters with Dr. Everson Hull, and being hosted by the Prime Minister. And they spoke to the ease of doing business, access, the ease of doing business, I should say. And the Prime Minister promised to focus on getting us up with a higher ranking. Call you live.
Patches, good night.
Good night, sir.
I have a problem with, concerned about the thing you're talking about, the valley. When I'm saying, anybody who involved with the government money should have been done locked up. Now, I'm going to bring back a little history to you. I remember one time at a conference, whatever it was, Tony had asked Mr. Douglas about some money that was going to New York. Douglas said,
the money belongs to his son. Now, anybody could tell that something wrong between there. So what you want to tell me? I mean, the government should have been, somebody should have been done. Somebody should have been on laptop for them kind of thing, man. I don't know if you remember the question Tony had asked Douglas one time in a conference, about some money that he was sending to New York or whatever. So I personally feel like, well, somebody should have been already get locked up for them kind of thing, man. And one more thing, Patrick, the lady who crying out for help, that was in America. Should have done get, some kind of assistance, man. So I would glad if you all could do something to help that lady, man. Don't wait till the last moment when something happens and then everybody starts saying, I know. Do it now. Please. Whoever in authority, please help her, man. She need help. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much for your input as well, my dear brother. Yes, I'll see what's the caller you live. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Mr. Packard.
My dear brother.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. That's John. Good night, John. First John or second John?
And the preacher man from Tabernacle.
John the preacher man. How art thou?
Well, Mr. Patrick, I am telling you something tonight. One, you have to praise the Lord every single day. Now, that's one. You have to give God thanks and praise every day. Now, in the Bible of 2 Chronicles, now, there were 3 enemies want to come to really, this was happening in the Bible. Me not talk no natural stuff. Me talking Bible stuff tonight, yeah. And the Abner went into the house of God, and he began to fast and pray, and he called upon the creator of the whole universe. And when the Abner finished, there was somebody in the congregation get a message from the Lord. And because God helped people in the dilemma, God helped people in the distress, and God look after people. Hear the word of God say in 2 Chronicles chapter 20 verse 15. And he said, hearken all Judah, ye inhabitants of Jerusalem. Thou king Jehoshaphat, thou said unto you, be not afraid of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but the Lord. Mr. Patrick, everything you have, what I'm going to tell you tonight, every problem, everything you have, put it in God's hand. And God is going to deliver you. Use a man, and I am going to tell you, God look after you. You're a praying man, and you go to church every Sunday. And I can tell you something, Mr. Patrick. When you give God all, Mr. Patrick, God is not going to fail you. And I am saying to you tonight, by the grace of God, and I'm talking the word of God. And you see, I can tell you with me, God will look after me. You know one passage I can tell you now, and I can finish now. Psalms 37, verse 25. You look it up.
Fret not yourself.
Here where it said here. I was young. Listen, Psalms 37, verse 25. I was young. Now I'm old. And I see the righteous forsaken, and I see the begging bread. Now, Mr. Patches, when you stand on the word of God, God is going to look after you. Don't care what happens. God is after you. So when people kicking and planting, you're standing on the word of God, Mr. Patches. I come to you tonight, not else but the word of God. Thank you very much, Mr. Patches.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Brother John.
Brother John, the Bible man. Thanks.
The Bible man.
Thanks for your inspiration at all times, brother. We go straight back to the lines. Call you live. Hello, caller.
Patches, good night again. Patches, did you?
Yes, I'm listening to you, my brother.
Yeah, I was listening to the talk show today, right? And I was talking about the young people from the time back, in the time born in the 60s, coming up to the 70s. And I was talking about the young people and how they're getting on now, Patches, and the disrespect of them in school and in different places. And Patches, let me tell you something. My mother had 14 hours, right? And none of us come no gangster, no thief, and no murderer. We come up hard. We had life hard. We ain't had life like these children here who come up. But Patches, you know, most of these children problem is how they come in the world. They come in the world with a curse. You understand, Patches? It's how the parents them get the children. Patches, imagine that a woman got 3 children, a woman got 5 children, and she can't tell that none of them 5 children and their 3 children who their father be. You understand? And this is reality. And this is the thing that we people who come up with in the world and had respect and behavior for teachers and for our parents, we got to face all this now. We the elder one. You understand? Are you educated people coming on and trying to twist things? We cannot twist it. This is reality. You understand? Some of these young people, they end up their children. Sometimes they don't want who father who to go to child and all kind of thing because it's how they, you know, the situation of them, how they get the man and how they end up with the man and all these things. So this is a thing that we got to look into serious with our young people. A lot of our young people traumatized. A lot of our young people come up without a father. Sometimes even come up without a mother. The grandmother or the great-grandmother got to help raise those children. Because some of these mother parents who bring the children them, turn their back on them children. And when they go to school now, they get the teachers them are going to wrong, the teachers them are going to problem. And when anything now, they still got to, the people go still turn and blame the teacher. But it is serious. And I believe that is what we got to look into, especially in the education department. But the next thing again, you have a wonderful night. God bless.
Bless you as well, my dear brother. And we go straight back to the lines. I'll call you live.
Yes. That is some time ago, I spoke to a police. I told him that there are many motorcycles they have up the traffic department, up the lane down. None of them is there because they are the front end crashing into no wall or anything like that. It's just a little minor switch or a little part for a carburetor. And they got them up there. I said, use them, get them fixed, and let the police and the who could ride motorcycle, let them use them and patrol the streets. And then you use the big vehicle them for other busy places. Here the excuse. Me at my age, me can't go on motorcycle. Who were older than Mr. Pennyfeather in Sandy Point? He rode motorcycle until he 90, and he never got in an accident. If they use those motorcycles, they could save some money in the government purse to help now to do something else with that money. I recommend my good friend of Monkey Hill, Will the Grass. He can fix motorcycle good. give Will the Grass the job like he fix them, and then they could use them and park up the four-wheel vehicle sometimes. Instead they got the four-wheel vehicle just pass so, and then they go and go sit down. Then take me on because who is me? Who is me? But my point of view is very much effective.
Okay.
So, Patches, thank you. Have a good night tonight.
Have a good night, my dear brother.
And I warn you, lock the doors, not give nobody no right. Not even if you could see who they be.
Okay.
Not trust nobody. Okay, good night.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. We go straight back to the lines at 24 past 9. What's happening to these lines? Caller, you're live.
Family.
Yes, family. That sounds like the New York Joe.
New York Joe, but before me say anything, let me go on and change my name and use my nickname tonight because I want to send some condolences out to my classmate Sandra Gums and her family, Lionel, Ingrid, Tony, and the whole gang out there mansion. And I just want to extend my condolences to the entire family. All right, that's where I got the nickname Tweedy. So they know me as Tweedy over there, Patches, you know.
Okay.
So that's I went to school there for a couple of years, and that's where I get the nickname Tweedy. But for now, you know, everybody knows me as New York Joe. But let me just touch on the Prime Minister of St. Kitts Nevis, and we must say kudos to him because of the wonderful job he's doing in St. Kitts. And St. Kitts people must look around the rest of the Caribbean and see how, you know, Corona treating them over there, and how the other economies are compared to St. Kitts, and not only me giving the man kudos, but the entire Caribbean are giving the man kudos for running St. Kitts the way he is. All right, we know what we got, we don't know what we're going to get. Now, a young man called a while ago about Tony asked the Prime Minister about money going to New York. But if the you can also go on YouTube, and the questions are there, and it's 3 different answers he gave concerning that money. 3 different answers he gave about the account. And when somebody going to give 3 different answers 3 different times, something is wrong. And the paperwork is all over St. Kitts. Patches, they're all over St. Kitts. Everybody see those paperwork. Okay? And is millions of dollars transferred from St. Kitts to this particular account in New York, and that's only one account. There are also accounts in Kuwait and other places. You understand? So when the young man talk about this incident with these funds and stuff like that, is something that should be looked into, and it should be brought back in the media and to the table. I don't want to take up too much time, Patches. Let me say good night to everybody in St. Kitts and Mansion and Crisis people. Just big up and hold it tight. And my niece and nephew, large and Molyneux. Anyway, later, Patches. Good night.
Take care of yourself, my dear brother. Yeah. Thanks for your input as usual. You said 3 different responses, but in fact, I have 2 I can share with my audience.
That check to Dr. Denzel Douglas was not you then?
I don't know what check you're speaking about.
And that was one answer. This other answer.
I have no relationship with Lex Consulting as such. I have a personal relationship with the person who owns Lex Consulting, if that's what you mean. But I think you'll be going a little too far to get into my personal business.
On this juncture, we have heard, we have seen copies of a check dated December of 2009 in the amount of $95,000 made out to Dr. Denzel L. Douglas from Lex. Can you comment on that?
No, I have no comment. Check was made out to me from a company, using a company.
No comment. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you live at 26 past 9.
Good night, Your Honor.
Good night, my lord.
Now, this is of international and paramount concern. today, or this morning, I would say, I heard.
It's almost if you're in a distance, in your foxhole. We want the whole world to hear you.
You're not hearing me good enough?
That's much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is of international and of paramount concern. Some time ago, there was a guy in his Calypso arena. He gave his name as the match to hard. But this morning, when I heard about the illness of the United States President, and they said that he was doing well, etc., etc., etc. And his doctors said otherwise. That's what I picked up from BBC. And I was looking at when I get home to hear that he was still in the hospital. But when I got home, I made to understand that he's out. And behind that, in addition to that, they say that he has a good bill of health. So I wanted to know that if they find a vaccine or they know of a treatment that if he took sick on Thursday, not feeling too good, Friday was, by the weekend he's well again. But I know that there's a saying, since I was small, I've been hearing that. It goes like this. I forgot. Sorry,
Gather your thoughts and you can come back, my brother.
Yes.
Thanks for your input. Nonetheless, you've tried, and I believe you're making reference to the President Trump issue. Good evening. I read this email. Patches, I know that customer service in St. Kitts is very poor, especially in government offices. But I can't agree with that lady for bashing our immigration officers at the airport. I have traveled quite a bit pre-COVID, and I have found the officers at the airport to be very professional and courteous. People need to speak the truth. Reads that email. I have found them to be courteous. Let's go back to the lines. I'm missing these calls. And yes, caller, if you call us, my Straight Dog family, if you just join us for the first time tonight, we're having an open conversation, open discussion. You raise your issues. The issue of mental health has taken the stage. A young lady called crying for help. I have promised that I'll do what can be done and point her in the right direction and find some information as to why no assistance was given to that lady thus far. Caller, you alive. Okay, caller, you alive. Caller. Hello, caller.
Mr. Straight Talk, how are you?
I am peaceful. Yourself?
Oh, it's a blessing to hear your voice tonight.
Likewise, my brother.
Mr. Straight Talk, I often, every time that I go in these places, I remember in St. Kitts I had a problem there, but I go to Trinidad, and when I reach to Trinidad at the immigration, man, and I give her my paper, that lady start telling me there's no place in Trinidad like that. Mr. Lady, I was there already. I know what I'm talking about. This lady start on me. And I'm begging and I'm saying, lady, no, this is not right. I stayed here already. You know, when she come to her senses, she said, listen, the next time you come back to Trinidad and you ain't have your passport, we're going to put you on a plane and send you back home. So I always pray when I go in to meet these kind of people that in authority, that God would calm me down. Because there are pigs out there, and if you don't be careful, they will root you out. So people must learn, have patience with them. Yes, they have to improve. They have to improve in St. Kitts, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So don't think it's in St. Kitts alone. Even when my lady come down there, she says to me, Vincent, the immigration give me hell. I said, for what? Because me tell him that we'll be going in Sadlers and he start giving her trouble. So I asked her, well, listen, take your time, take your time. It happens everywhere. Mr. Strater, I just want to say, see, you just got to do what you got to do. Don't worry. You're standing on holy ground. Do what you got to do. Mr. Strater, I thank you for your time. Mr. Montserrat, I get your message. We are going to do what we got to do because we believe it's you. God bless you. Mr. Strater, I'll see you when I see you. Take care of yourself. Be good.
See you when I see you, my dear brother. Take care of yourself as well as stay safe. As we go up the hill to 10 o'clock, it's 28 before 10. Call you live.
Oh, well, Patches, Carlton, Elroy, Emmanuel, Rastafari without locks, DuPont.
Carlton, Elroy, Emmanuel, Rastafari, DuPont without locks. I got it right?
You, Lord, you got it wrong, Patches.
I never get it right. I listen to parts of your show, you know, and you're one of the best in the world.
In terms of what?
I listen to your show, you know, you have a brand, only DuPont can release that brand.
Well, Patches, I didn't hear the comment from the lady. I was in Tabernacle, so the radio went off about the immigration. But I'll tell you something, what I realized about St. Kitts immigration. I travel all over the world, but I've never met immigration officer more gentle and kind like St. Kitts one. So I don't know nothing about the comment about immigration, but I heard some talk, so I'm adding that. Let's go to the folks who say that you should get in touch with the lady who called tonight. She is in trouble. But Patches is not you. The police, they listen to the show. The police officers in St. Kitts and Nevis. To me, St. Kitts and Nevis has a professional police force. Tomorrow, somebody should be moving in to assist that lady instantly, and maybe tonight. Not you. It was very nice of you to tell the lady you will give her a call and talk with her. But this is not your duty, Brother Patches. The police have to move instantly and get involved in the situation to assist that lady because she's extremely hurt. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening as well. Dear brother, caller, you're live.
Yes, back to you, Patrick. Back to you. So this is it.
Why don't you speak in the phone, my dear brother? I'm not hearing you too well. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me better?
That's much better.
Right. There's a saying ever since, if life was a thing that money could buy, the rich would live and the poor die. What I'm saying here is that so much deaths around the place, around the world, dying under this coronavirus. And in a matter of days, a man went into hospital. And in a matter of 2 days or 3 days, he has a clean bill of health. I have a problem with that. That means they find a vaccine somehow or they find some kind of cure. But why then that people, we the people around the whole world, cannot get that same kind of cure? Why? Because we are nobody? And that is my question. The maths is just too hard. The maths is just too hard. So, if they find a vaccine, or if they find a cure, spread it out to the world, let the world get the treatment, and done with all this nonsense. That's my input, my brother.
Thanks a lot for your input, my dear brother. Happy you got back in. Let's go back. These lines, caller, you're live.
Patches, me again. Carlton, Manuel, G-Pad. You're so right. You're so right. I don't ask myself if these commissioner of police don't listen. I mean, really put a program in place where the public interacting now with police. You never had it before. And it come to me, people making complaints plain. Now, Mr. Brown of Newton lose his life because some callousness going on up Newton with some Jamaicans, with some Spanish running a horse shop in the middle community. Tell me, when Robert Letcher arrived, that couldn't be happening in St. Kitts? And when I make the due diligence and make my investigation, police walking security around here, that's why nobody doing nothing. That's why nobody doing nothing, man. I come, man. I treat us better than that. This country, the laws, when we put people there to drive the law and then carrying out the law, but if we say, we're going to do it, you know? We're going to do it, you know? Many people in the community there of Newtown where Brown the technician man used to live, so that the other day. I mean, the people can't get to sleep, Patches, cannot get to sleep. People who work hard in the country cannot get to sleep. There's lot of noise. People come running bars, a bar, in a house, in the backyard, in a community, and nobody doing nothing. And the commissioner of police hear people crying out, and they ain't doing nothing because police guarding up by the horse shop. Man, come on, we deserve better. Where are you dragging this country? Patches, have a good night.
Yes,
and you take care of yourself.
Have a good night as well, my dear brother. This email reads, and it relates to asking about the true picture at the High Court. As I said earlier, I'm not going to indulge in the matters that are before the court. And I'll read this last part. You're glad to hear that John James got in early on your program, as I really like to know how come he always is the last caller every program. And John, thanks for calling in early tonight. And thanks, and listen to hear from you. Read that email. Caller, you're live. Hello, caller.
Good evening again, Patches.
Yes, my brother.
Patches, I respectfully disagree with Mr. DuPont. And why? Patches, let me say this. And I think DuPont is old enough to know that, and others in the community. Where the police fail, let me repeat, where the police fail, sometimes the politician can help and does help. That ain't no maybe about it. And why I say that? When a politician make reference to an incident overlooked or wasn't properly reported to the police, a politician could make that mend between the victim and the police. We vote for politicians. Politicians are the power keg. Who don't know that in any country when a citizen in the United States, Patches, has a problem that the police is not solving or they think they're not getting justice, who do you think they call? The representative. Of course the representative. They're part of the power cake. They make the laws that govern the country. And we must understand that. Don't tell me, oh, I'm a politician, I have no right in that. You have a right in everything. How do you think you come about making laws or go to parliament to make laws? Because you listen. The cries of the community, and by so doing, you take the good out of what you hear and you put it in play. So don't tell me a politician can't do that. Yes, a politician, certain things they shouldn't get involved in. Yes, that I agree with that. But don't tell me that the politician can't rise up and help some person who's going through a trauma,
okay,
a person with a disability, and the father also with a disability. Come on, man. And I know, Patches, you're a person with empathy, and you will be willing to do what you have already said and committed yourself to do. Thank you. May God bless you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless you as well, my dear brother. Let's go back to the lines at 20 before 10 o'clock. Call you live. Callers, could you
Hello?
just... Yeah, your radio is on.
Is this
Yeah.
the Antachi show?
Yeah, but just move away from your radio or your equipment, your device, please.
Hold on. You hear me better?
Yeah, but just turn your radio off. Or is the radio, just turn it off. Just talk to your telephone.
Okay. Just 1 second.
Yes, talk to your telephone, my brother. Yes.
Good night, Mr. Pachi.
Good night, sir.
I will give my name because I want every Petition and individual to hear my voice. My name is Calvin Adams. I'm sitting down in a wheelchair, talking to you. I'm very disappointed with what Mr. Dupan says and jam down. The gentleman you speak to last, I support what he says. I am in a wheelchair, and I know what it looks like. To be sick. And if you hear I call, it's because I feel this lady pain. What I would advise you to do, make some sort of connection to law enforcement tonight to go and sort out this lady first thing in the morning. Also, what you need to do is to phone the lady as you promised her. Phone her and give her that assurance that you is a man to your word. And I cannot explain it no different. Politicians don't responsible for everything. You have people for all them kind of thing. But if it come to your attention, show the world that, just like the Bible says, he that have ear, let them hear. You do what is right. And God will bless you. If I tell you I call in for a wheelchair, there's a lot of people in St. Kitts now. I'm living with a disability.
Okay.
And I keep a low profile with it because everything, I turn everything over to God. And I have no fear about nothing. But I feel her pain because it's the same circumstances I in. Just imagine.
Okay, is this
It's a fire starting his house, and he already had it. You understand?
Yes, I got you.
So, it's God and me. Go and help that lady.
Yes, I will, Calvin.
God be with you. God be with you.
God be with you as well.
Take care.
Thank you, Calvin. You
Okay.
You stay safe. You stay safe.
All right.
Thanks.
God be with you.
God be with you as well, my brother. Thank you. Yes, you. I will call the lady after the show. I did promise her. And I'll do whatever is within my capacity to do. All right. And I trust the lady is safe, and you, Calvin, as well. Is safe as well. Keep missing these calls, but it's 15 before 10. I go back to this call. Let's be patient with these calls. Just hold on. I'll call you live. Hello, caller.
So, Patches?
Yes, sir.
I am not calling back in against those who disagree with me. That's a normal thing for me in my entire life. Thank them for rebutting to what I say. I'm not going back there. I don't say what I had to say. I'm moving on to Donald Trump. The gentleman who called about Donald Trump, I am his representative in St. Kitts. This is what happened to Donald Trump. He might have been sick over something on the weekend, COVID or whatever, I don't know, because I don't follow CNN and Fox them and so no more. I stay away from them. But listen what happened to Trump. He has great self-belief and he has intestinal fortitude. When you have those two things, you could get over a lot of sickness. So even if he had the COVID, he might have had it in a simple form, but he didn't get no vaccine that nobody else could get because there's none. Donald Trump is who he is. And Donald Trump is one of the individuals that helped me to stand up in life against people in St. Kitts who hate me for nothing. There are many people in this country who hate me for the truth and standing up for righteousness for people. They don't talk the good about me. Listen this, Patches. Yesterday I was on a show and I told them on my show the amount of people coming to complain to me about some pay concerning Marriott, over Marriott. They call it some warning pay or something to do with that. So look what I told them I'm going to do today. I promised them I'll go to the ministry and get some information on it, which I did. But I chose not to put out the information that the ministry gave me because of some very good reasons. But look, any situation I get in my country, I love living here. I am not expecting from the rest of my life people to love me. I am expecting to trust in God for real and not only when my back's against the wall. I want to encourage people on your program, Patches. Do not wait until your back's against the wall to know who God is. Seek Him when life condition is good. Because if you do that, when life condition begins to deteriorate, you know where your hope is. And one caller who call in and say he want to respectfully disagree with me, I appreciate that caller so much. I wonder if I know the person. That person should try and come to look for me. Patches, this is one of the ways we're going to improve in St. Kitts. We must always remember that whatever we are saying, people don't have to agree with it. But we must try and be as respectful as we can, and we will move on as a nation. I'm going to go sleep now. Well, I'm going to read now and go sleep. Hear me again, Patches. Mm-hmm. You are not a police officer. The situation is so grim, what the lady calling about. You don't have nothing to do with it. The police must go and deal with it instantly. Have a good evening. I'm going to read.
Have a good evening, my dear brother. Carlton, Liburd, Emmanuel, Rasta Without Locks, Elroy Report. At 10 before 10. What I can do and I will do is to touch base with the lady, see where her problem lies, if nobody is actually contacting the family. She's disabled, she said her father got a stroke, so I feel morally bound to really deal with that matter. Caller, you're live. Hello, caller.
Very pleasant evening to you, sir, and to all your listeners everywhere.
Good evening, my brother.
How do you do?
I am peaceful. Yourself?
Oh, wonderfully blessed. I want to touch a little bit on something I heard the Prime Minister say in an address. I think the address was for the opening of the West Line bus terminal. He actually mentioned during that address that in time to come, they will be looking at the erection or the construction of a proper bus terminal for the Monkey Hill or the St. Peter's bus drivers. And I thought that was a very welcome initiatives. With respect to the location of that bus terminal, I want to believe that the demolition of the old Bastia High School, the senior Bastia Senior High School, which has been abandoned, that to me can be a good location. In that you can have the people of Monkey Hill being shuttled there. Of course, it is within walking distance as well, which would make it somewhat similar to the situation that currently exists at the East Line bus terminal. It is important that each route has a proper bus terminal with toilet facilities, shops, and I would like to suggest that they introduce dispatchers. So I do believe that each and every bus terminal should have at least 2 dispatchers. You have security. And the government should also look at generating some revenue from the construction of these terminals, because these terminals cost a lot of money. What is done in St. George's, Grenada, is that each and every time every bus arrives or returns to the terminal, a toll of $2 is paid. And that toll is used to pay the security officers, to pay the dispatchers, and the terminal generates revenue to cover for the loads of financial resources used to construct these terminals. So I believe that dispatchers should be introduced both at the West Line and the East Line bus terminals, because without dispatchers and proper security in place, some busmen want to do as they like. And I think that it will be a more than welcome initiative to construct a proper bus terminal for the St. Peter's / Monkey Hill bus drivers, because that's a very important route as well. There are quite a number of buses that fly that route, and Monkey Hill is a large community. So I want to suggest that the old Bastia High School can be demolished and properly cleaned up. They can do fumigation and all of that, and just clean up the area and use it wisely to construct a proper bus terminal for the Monkey Hill bus drivers.
Okay, point
God bless.
God bless you as well. Point well taken. Some suggestion. We've heard many views on the use of the old Bastia High School compound. I'm sure in due course we'll find out exactly what will happen to that corner. Caller, you live.
Hi, good night, Mr. Patrick. How are you?
I'm good. You have your radio on?
Yes, I do, but I'm moving away from it.
Yeah, just turn it off. Turn it off.
I moved away from it.
Yes.
Okay, the guy who called me about removing the Monkey bus to make a bus terminal, I mean, his suggestion, I think he's totally off, because I live at Monkey Hill, and sometimes it's a struggle for you to get from down by Rams. I mean, you have your bag. It's a struggle to get up in the gut, much more to get up where the old school was. So I think we prefer having it there, because sometimes the bus, they might come down and go around down by the west side bus terminal, and need to catch it there. So that's my input tonight. To have a pleasant evening and get home safe, and may God continue to bless you.
Thank you very much, my dear. God bless you as well. Let's go back to the lines. I call out your live at 5 before 10.
Good night, Honorable Mr. Liburd. How are you tonight?
Your humble servant is peaceful. Yourself?
I'm doing fine. First, I must tell you, check out the lady, call her, and find out what's really going on with her. I know you is a gentleman to your word, and you don't have a heart. Your heart ain't make out of stone, it make out of flesh. And I know your heart always go out for the less fortunate ones then. So, do that for me. Yeah. Anyhow, safe drive home. Be on your best behavior. Go with God, stay with God, and you just be on your best behavior, just messing with your head. Last but not least, I will never come on and don't speak about the wilderness. 22 years and a half. Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Love you more, my dear. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live. Hello,
Hi,
caller. Yes, sir.
On the big shalom to my brother. On the behalf of the bus terminal coming from St. Peter's, I suggest, I'm Nigel Roach, and I'm saying the best thing you can do, come down the gut, take a right turn on the Bay Road, make the first right turn, through up the little alley which one with traffic, you can't go down the traffic, and use which pair, what is the lady name? Joy Astafan, people had the place here, the abandoned place here. Government's supposed to do anything. First, ultimate powers in government and for infrastructural development. Ain't nobody supposed to hinder the government from doing any constructive development that is additional to any civil society. That's my input on the behalf of the bus terminal. Over there by the school here, parking lot. Upstairs, downstairs, parking lot. I'm out for the moment. Shalom to my brother. God bless you. Me say, keep safe. You have good courage. Don't forget to remember. Those that on God's side have to learn to suffer. If you don't suffer, you don't know God. And the fellowship of your suffering is very important. And I just love the way you hold yourself together, my beloved. We're going to meet one-on-one. May God continue to bless you, guide you, give you strength, wisdom, and understanding, and enabling you to answer questions in appropriate and an honest and an authentic fashion. Shalom.
Shalom, my dear brother. This email reads, "Hi, Patches. I'm very concerned about the lady who's asking for you for help. And please, Karen Adams called with tears in his eyes and pain. I'm very concerned about people who ask for help and cannot get it. I do not know if the police is really helpful in this place. I'm in tears as I know how people hurt when they need help and no one reaches out to give a helping hand and a shoulder to cry on. Please, Patches, please get the lady some help. Patches, as a government man, should give a helping hand. Please give someone out of the problem that lady has, as I would like to see what help I might be able to give." Reads that email. As we wind down tonight's program, and I'll perhaps take 2 more calls tonight as we wind down. I may not, just let me forewarn you, I just may not have to reconfirm that. Be here on Thursday. I'll perhaps take a sabbatical. I'll forewarn you about that. My Straight Dog family. I do have some commitments, and I'll forewarn you. Get the station to forewarn you about this Thursday coming and sometime next week as well. Call you live.
Me a late, but that's nothing.
Better late than never, my dear.
You see how much people wanted to help? It's not a bad idea. But when you don't help, you see what you just get? See, you get home straight, safe, and you always remember never say watch your back. Next time when you come back on early, I will say what I want to say. See you.
Okay, that sounds like Alice in Wonderland. As we wind down tonight's program in my Straight Dog family, I believe my time is done and I've got to run. I want to thank all those who called tonight. I want to thank all those well-wishers as well, and in particular my warriors from the East, also the myriad of supporters in St. Kitts Nevis and beyond. And I want to reassure you, as I wind down again, of one thing, that is, I am a man of faith, and God has been merciful unto me throughout my entire life. You know, during my lifetime, I've had to deal with worse or many serious circumstances. And it was nothing else but the grace of God that brought me through. And my heart and my mind are at peace. And I will continue to render my service to my people and to my country. Again, I can reassure you as I wind down, my people, that my heart is at ease and my mind is at peace. I am at peace with my God, I'm at peace with the world, and I'm at peace with myself. If God closes one door, God will open another. So I'm confident that I would be able to serve my people and my country in some capacity. I'm always committed to high principles of democracy, and my straight dog family, I'm going to leave you with that for the night. Be at peace with yourself, be at peace with your God, and be at peace with the world. But first of all, be at peace with your God. I thank Almighty God for guiding our conversation tonight. And as always, I want to thank the many callers. I want to thank the emailers. I want to thank my Facebook massive, or my social media massive, those on YouTube and other media. I want to thank the Sugar City FM St. Kitts massive. Don't forget ZIZ Radio 96.1 too. Without all these, without you, as a matter of fact, there will be no Straight Talk. So I want to say thank you. Until we connect, again, my Straight Talk family, be good to yourselves, be good to all whom you meet. And remember that whatever your mind conceive, that you will achieve. But first of all, my Straight Talk family, you got to believe. So when you wake in the morning, thank God for the morning light. Thank Him for taking you through the night. And my Straight Talk family, keep moving on. Bye-bye, my Straight Talk family. Until we connect again, have yourselves the best of what's left of tonight. Be good. Keep moving on.